Hello and welcome to I Love Crypto. Today we've got a good news story. We've had lots of red the past few days. We had some good low buy entries set. But today, if we look at the market, it's all green. Top 10, top 15 besides Tether. Everything is posting up some green numbers. GX chain and Y key chain, not so green. But everything else, we've got a nice, strong rebound in the marketplace. And the big reason why, the big news story of the day, is that the SEC has finally announced at the Yahoo Finance All Market Summit that Ethereum is not a security. This is monumental news because they did have an ICO, they did raise money, but based on their decentralized structure, they're no longer being quantified as a security or qualified as a security. And if you go down and if you look for number 9 here, right here, and putting aside the fundraising that accompanied the creation of Ether, based on my understanding of the present state of Ether, the Ethereum network and its decentralized structure, current offers and sales of Ether are not securities transactions. That's a fundamental ruling by the SEC. We've been begging for clarity, and with that clarity, we've seen a massive spike in the markets already. Bitcoin went from 6,300 to 6,600. Ethereum went from 470 to over $500 in less than like 15 minutes. So big news. Hopefully, it's a catalyst to pull us out of this bear market correction that we're in. However, Bitcoin was already we were already told that Bitcoin wasn't a security. The only one that was questionable was Ethereum, and so it's still up in the air as whether ERC20 tokens are securities. But based on what they said, I would like to emphasize that the analysis of whether something is a security is not static and does not strictly adhere to the instrument. So even digital assets that with utility that function solely as a means of exchange of decentralized network could be packaged and sold as an investment strategy that can be a security. And so you got to be really careful still with what you're investing in, because they could come back and say that these things are securities. Now, I will post this link below. This is the actual transcript of it, and it does say with my understanding. So hopefully that's an official ruling by the SEC. Here you've got the Yahoo Finance Markets that basically said the same thing. Hinman said that the SEC will not be changing cryptocurrency and digital asset rules, but rather would be applying them. So, what they've already said. You've got the CNBC that basically said Bitcoin and Ether are not securities, but some initial coin offerings may be, the SEC official said. So decentralization is key, and we've talked about this a lot, that every cryptocurrency has 3 qualities that you want to look for. Decentralization or censorship resistance, and what that means is, when you use Facebook, you can get censored, but censorship resistant platforms, they're very rare. So censorship resistant / decentralization, nobody controls it, right? We've got the Ethereum Alliance, Ethereum Foundation, which Vitalik Buterin isn't the CEO. Scalability, so how many transactions it can have, and Ethereum's working on that, and there's a lot of blockchains that have lots of scalable. So decentralization, scalability, and security. And so once a cryptocurrency solves all 3 of those, then I think it will kind of be the one crypto to rule them all. Now, right now, Ethereum, they've got 2 out of the 3, decentralization and security, very key. Their scalability, there's a lot of people out there that are working on it. Raiden, Plasma, Sharding, Loom, all these different people, off-chain scaling, virtual machines, all these different things are in a solution or an attempted solution at that scalability layer. So let's take a look at where Bitcoin's at and crypto's at just right now. See if it's a good time to enter. See where we're at with everything. So on the top gainers in the US dollar market, Zcash is up. Ethereum is 4th right now, and they had a big green spike off that news, which is very exciting. So right now we went from about 465, and we printed an 11% gain candle on the day. Now, I talked about this in my live stream yesterday. If you were on it, it was about a 2-hour live stream. But these are high volatility liquid candles where usually they'll go back and kind of hit. So I'm not going to be super bullish on this until we break some previous support. So, once we kind of get above some of these guys right here, then I'll be happy. So we've got some resistance in its way on the short term. Look for a little bit of a pop with what we call in the forex markets a break hook go. So it'll break off and then it'll kind of hook down. Maybe it'll drop like 20-30%. Then it'll pop again. So what you could do is you can buy it on the retrace or you could buy it on the pop. I wouldn't just kind of buy in unless you're like heavily invested in for a long-term investment. I mean, because Ethereum just like a week ago was about $600. Bitcoin, same thing. Bitcoin was classified as not a security. I thought that we were going to pop to about like right here today. I had a little arrow right here. It kind of broke down, but it looks like it's breaking back above. Once it breaks above this top line resistance, where you can see here this was pretty strong support. It bounced 1, 2, 3, 4. It bounced 4 times and then it kind of broke through that. I'd like to see it push up here and see where it does from here. So around 6,600. If it starts breaking above there, I might re-enter for a long. Obviously, we've got some nice support here with the markets. If we draw a line right here. So if you do enter, you can just enter a stop loss on this lower limit right here because we've established a new trend line, 2 touch points of contact. And if we look at the RSI, we're kind of ticking back up. But this could turn around on us, so just be careful. Looks right now on the daily, if this closes, that's a very solid bearish engulfing candle. So I would be okay entering back in with a decent stop loss. So a safe stop loss would be under this trend line here. If you want to get a little bit more leeway, so let your investment kind of run and give it some time. So you can drop like a good 10-11% stop loss in here. Give it a little wiggle room. Let it kind of play in through here and then see where it does. But as far as the trend line, this stop loss right here would be pretty good. Exciting news. Crypto Twitter is kind of breathing a sigh of relief. Super exciting. Hopefully this means nice bullish catalyst. I know a lot of people could use it right now. Hopefully you guys found that helpful. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll post the links below. I'll post the SEC, CNBC, and then the Yahoo Finance News. And I will see you guys on the next video.